Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. I am Dr. Nur Fazila binti Abdul Razak from University Technology Mara, UiTM, Malaysia. So today I'm present on behalf of my students paper, Zahil Nabil bin Ali Humaid, and with the title of Fostering Sustainable Employee Performance Through Soft Total Quality Management Practices in Higher Education Institution. So let me share my slide first before I begin my presentation. Okay, so this is my title. All right, so as per introduction, that total quality management in higher education institution operate as a comprehensive management philosophy and a strategic framework designed to mentor global standards of academic excellence. Nowadays, we know that higher education institutions have one of the criteria of the key performance that need to achieve to compete with the other university and to ensure that the quality of their product, such as the program, the students' employability, would be the higher than others competitor of the university. So in this principle, with the total quality management, the institutions or the university itself focus on process, the people, data, and the practices adopted in cycles, team, and the assurance of the service and products offered by the university. But we know that in recent that the digitalization, the technology changes have changed the landscapes of the university where all the practices of the high learning education would be moved to the applications of the digital, moved to applications of the AI. So how this technology management to ensure that all the process that related to the changes in the education landscape can be agile or it can be adopted or be flexible to all the stakeholders, internal and external stakeholders to adapt with the changes. So this study aims to systematically analyze existing literature to identify, to categorize, and to synthesize the core themes of soft TQM practices implemented within the higher education higher learning. And this study are using a thematic analysis from the journal articles that we adopt from 2023 to 2025. Why 2023? Because we know that this is a recent education landscape that have been changed due to the digitalization or the technology advancement. Okay, so of course, when we talk about or discuss about the university, there are three pillars that would be the main directions for the university. The first one is for the education, the second one for the research, and of course, and we have the third mission, which is referring to the engagement with the public or the community. So in terms of the pillar of education, the assessments of the assurance, the quality in terms of the delivery of high quality teaching and learning. We know that the changes of the technology now we have changed to the online learning, and we know that the new landscape or the new criteria or new features of the digitalization has transform the traditional methods to the digitalizations to the online learning. So it could be something that will be in high impact, not only to the students, but to the teachers or the lecturers. And then the second one is the research there, where the generations of new knowledge have been created from the university through a research conducted. And then pillar three is about the third missions where the translations of that knowledge via technology transfer, community development, and public engagement would benefit from the education and research. So in this study, as I'm in my first presentation, I mentioned that we are conducting a systematic literature analysis, and one of the method that we use is the thematic analysis. So what we did is we searched the data, we searched the journal article from 2023 to 2025, and we go through the process of thematic where we got a few of paper, we familiarized with the data, generating the initial code, searching for themes, reviewing the themes, defining and naming themes, and finally we preparing a report or we preparing a paper and preparing the manuscript and the report. And what we found in the thematic is the first definitions of soft TQM. The second one is the determinations or the indicator. that commonly studies by the previous study. And of course, the number one, the number three is the impact of the as a soft TQM to the higher learning education. So in my first presentation also I mentioned about the definition of the as soft TQM that could be as a non-financial practices or non-financial assessment evaluated in the performance of the university. The second one, we will talk about the dimensions or indicator that most of the scholars describe the practices such as communication, employee and faculty engagement, empowerment, teamwork, continuous training, democratic leadership style together create the relation foundation necessary for hard. What does it mean hard? Because in most of their study, there are dimensions about the TQM divided into soft and hard, but hard is more to financial or is more to a physical assessment, but compared to the soft is indirectly or non-direct for the assessment. So it's a complementary for the hard TQM and statically quality measure to be effective and impact of soft TQM. Most of the study mentioned that the first benefit that could be benefit to the not only the internal and external, but the whole of the entity or the ecosystem of the education, higher learning education. And the benefit would begin in terms of improve the communication, reduce resistance to change. Yeah, because we believe that the digitalization, the technology has changed the landscape of education. So with the soft TQM would be one of the strategy for the university to ensure that the people, either the students or the lecturer or the admin, able to reduce the resistance to change. The second one, the third one is the greater staff engagement and streamline academic and administrative process we then enable operational gains such as better cost delivery, higher education satisfaction, higher student satisfaction, and improved retention and graduation rates. So this is one of the what we can see is that the benefit of the soft TQM that we can be as the root of the factors that the university have to think about before they implement to the new or hard changes in the institute their institution. All right. So as a conclusion, when an organization practices the soft TQM dimension under the directions of a fully committed top management team, it must be as a visionary by the top management to highlight about the people's and also the of the assessment, non-directional assessment from the soft TQM organization will experience a synergistic effect on all key micro or micro performance indicator related to an organization's overall institution effectiveness. Okay, also will impact to their financial returns on their investment, operational efficiency, the productivity, the performance metrics, performance in terms of the organization, students, employees, competitive advantages, and satisfaction rating from all stakeholders, internal and external. Okay, so this could be one of the benefit when they are concerned, emphasized in terms of the soft TQM before they implement to the new strategies or move to the hard practices by from the TQM itself. So with that, I think that would be my end of my presentation. So thank you everyone. So if you have any Q&A, you can ask me after this recording. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you everyone.